Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name's Anna. Normally I do true crime and makeup videos, but I got to thinking about it like a little while ago, like really honestly whenever I made my channel, which is probably I think it was almost 2 months ago, yeah. And I decided that everybody might not be into true crime. And I kind of wanted to make like a little what I call a therapy sesh where I just get on here and not really do so much as like makeup tutorials, but I just do makeup and just talk to you guys about just things and about my life and little random, I guess, information about me. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of sit down and have a little conversation with you guys. There is really no script that I normally follow for my true crime videos. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to start this and I like to talk. So yeah, I thought it would be good. And I figured with everything that we have going on in the world right now, sorry, I keep messing with my hair. But everything we have going on in the world right now, I feel like we all could use a little bit of escape sometimes. So I figured, why not? Like, why not? If I could help somebody escape from their reality just for a little while, then I'm going to do it. So, yeah. But the other day, I filmed the very first one. And this is the very first one now for like the therapy sesh video. But I filmed the very first one and I used the James Charles palette because my man's mom got it and she's let me borrow it, and I was so excited to get it. I mean, like, so excited. And it was kind of like lackluster. I don't know, like it could have been me, like, or whatever. But I got some setting spray today, some new stuff, so I'm gonna try again. But I didn't post the video because I was so upset and like I just did not look good. It's not about that I didn't look good. It's just like, I don't know, I didn't feel good about the video in general, and I'm not going to post something if I don't feel confident in it because I just want to, give you guys the best of me. But yeah, so the spray that I got is a Wet n Wild, the Photo Focus Coconut 3-in-1 Primer. Water is prep and set and refresh. It is cruelty free. You're supposed to shake it before you use it. But yeah, and I already tested it and it smells so good. It smells just like coconuts. Sorry, Jax. But I forgot she was back there. My bad, you guys. But yeah, no, so it's really nice. It smells so good. But I also got these scrunchies as well because I'm so tired of ripping my hair out from using ponytail holders. So I'm not going to do that anymore. But today, like I said, I am going to be giving the palette another chance because I really want it to be, good. I want it to work. So I'm not going to completely disown the palette. Disown it. Well, disregard it. Whatever you want to say. But yeah, so I'm doing this right now because I learned, oh goodness, that looks crazy. But I learned kind of that the palette had, for me anyways, I'm not saying in general, but like for me, it had a lot of like fallout. And probably look crazy taking that off of my eyeball. But it just had like a lot of fallout. And I did my foundation first in the last video, and I'm not going to do that this time because I just don't feel like that is a good idea. I learned my lesson. But yeah, so I figured I would just talk about random stuff that's on my brain, and like I said, I like to talk a lot. So yeah, well, no, there's just been a lot going on like in the world, like I mentioned earlier, and ugh, it's just so crazy. I mean, it needs to happen. A lot of the change needs to happen. But I just wish it didn't have to happen the way it is. But, things are necessary for us to progress as people. And that's just my opinion. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. You don't have to be crazy about it or rude about it or anything. But, yeah. So, there's also been, like, ever since, probably, I don't even know, ever since, well, I think it was ever since, like, Halloween, around the area that I live in, um, just a lot of crazy, like, stuff has been happening. And growing up around here, I feel like whenever we're younger, we're kind of not as aware of things like that happen in our town, maybe, as we are whenever we get older. And there's just been a lot of, like, shootings and stuff like that around my area recently. And it's so sad. And I just, ugh, I hate it so much. I really do. But it's happening. And I started to think about, you know, like, the shootings and stuff like that, and how it's just so sad that people's lives have been taken. And I started to think about, there was this one incident whenever I was younger, and I was riding around with an ex of mine, and we were just riding around doing our thing, and we pulled over into this neighborhood just to chill for a second and just to do whatever. And at the time, I was smoking a cigarette, and I rolled down the window, like, all the way, because, like I said, you know, the car was stopped, so I didn't want the car to, like, be all smoky and whatnot with cigarette smoke, because even though I smoked cigarettes, like, I couldn't stand the smell of it, which was so backwards, I know. But anyways, we were sitting there, we were just chilling, listening to music and talking and everything, and there was this person just sitting there by a tree, and I didn't pay it any mind, you know, because I knew the area. I wasn't that worried about it, I guess. And the person was not really acting weird, but I noticed him, you know what I mean? Like, I kept my eye on him. But like I said, it was an area that, like, I knew, so I wasn't really, like, that worried about it. But like I said, we're sitting there, we're minding our business, and then all of a sudden, this person comes up to my side of the vehicle and puts a gun in my chest, like, literally, like, right here, and is asking for all of our money and just everything. So we're like, obviously we comply with him, and we give him everything that we have, which at the time the guy I was dating, he was in the military, so he didn't make a lot of money. I'm not saying everybody in the military doesn't make a lot of money, but he didn't, specifying. But anyways, so like I said, we didn't really have that much money on us, because we were just out riding around, just minding our business. So we didn't have a lot, but he did have some scratch-off tickets in the console, and we gave those to him. So he probably got like $20 in scratch-offs, maybe. I don't even think it was that much. And he took my iPhone that I had. And so obviously I was, like, scared for my life, because I had a gun in my chest. And luckily we were able to, you know, we got away. The guy let us go. But I just think about, you know, instances where that could have gone completely different, and it could have been way worse than it was. And I'm one of the few lucky people that got away from a situation like that. I am so, honestly, just straight up lucky that I did. And it just, I hate that things like that happen, but they do. And I feel like talking about it, you know, to bring awareness to it. And I don't know, maybe if I would have just been more aware of my surroundings. Like I said, I was aware because I knew the area, but I wasn't, like, worried about it. So I wasn't thinking that type of thing, you know? I wasn't thinking, like, okay, I need to be worried or anything, which I don't really think about that about any area, because it's just, I don't know, it's just me. But anyways, it happened. And one thing that that sticks with me through all of it, obviously, is the whole situation, but is the fact of when me and my ex, we were leaving the place, the person came back up to the car, and like I said, my iPhone was taken, and it had a lock code on it, And I'm laughing. I mean, I'm not laughing because the situation was funny, but what I'm about to say. But the person came back up to the car and actually asked for the passcode to my phone because my phone had locked automatically by itself. So, sitting there in the apartment complex, I had to unlock my phone and, you know, go to my settings and all that, and just basically just make sure it would stay unlocked. So, yeah, that was one thing that we had to do, and then he told us to leave. Thankfully, we were able, like I said, you know, we were one of the lucky few people that got out of that situation, you know, with nothing. I mean, obviously my phone and stuff like was taken, but I didn't really care about that because my life nor my ex's was taken. So that was the more important thing. Like, everything else can be replaced in this world, but my life can't. So I was just thankful that those two things didn't get taken. But the police were called, and obviously nothing came of it. And it really sucked, but I was alive, and that was what I had to be grateful for, was that, you know, I was able to get out of that situation, because like I said, some people can't. But it was just one of those really scary moments. I've been through some really crazy stuff. I'm going to get into it in more of my things, but I just think about, like, all that we're going through as a country and right now, and it's just, I hoped, but I didn't think in my lifetime that I would be living through probably historical events. I mean, obviously we're all going to at some point, but I just didn't think of it, you know, like, obviously I've seen terrible things happen and things that should never happen, but I don't know, I hope things get better and we can all come together as a world and just heal and just be better people, because we should be. Straight up. We just should be. I have a daughter, so I want to raise her in a world of good, and I hope that we can one day. I'm going to say optimistic. But, yeah. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of the things that are happening are unnecessary, especially, like, I don't want to talk about, like, politics and stuff like that, because that's just a touchy subject with a lot of people, but I don't believe that the Capitol and stuff needed to be stormed. I don't believe any of that should have happened, because it would have been a lot worse if it was other people. And I don't agree with what happened. But, I don't know. I just, like I said, I hope this world gets better. And I hope we all can heal. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. But anyways, so I'm kind of liking the palette a little bit more this time. I have, like I said, I've been wet the brushes and stuff, and it seems to be sticking a little bit more better. A little bit better this time. So, yeah. Maybe I just needed to wet the brushes. I know, like I said, I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about random things. Just a bunch of random stuff. So, like I said, I've gone through a bunch of crazy, crazy things. And, I don't know, maybe if I talk about them, it'll help some people to know that they aren't alone. And that they have somebody that has been through similar things that they've been through, and there is a friend for them in this world that we live in right now. And if I can make somebody feel that way, then I'm going to. Because, you know, there are times in my life where I wish I could have told somebody how I really felt, or, you know, just had somebody in general to help me through the things that I'd been through that, you know, were traumatic to me. And, of course, I have a best friend, and she's my world. I love her to death. Her Etsy shop is in my on my page, by the way, if you guys want to check that out. But of course, I have a best friend, and she's been there for me through, especially one of the hardest things I've ever gone through. She was there for me through all of it. But sometimes you don't want to put things on people because you feel like it's too much. And I think a lot of us are guilty of that. You know, trying to deal with things on our own. And sometimes, yes, that's good. I feel like, in a way, we have to learn to deal with things on our own. This is pretty. We have to learn to deal with things on our own in order to truly mature and grow up and become the person that we need to fully become. But there are times when you just straight up need somebody. And, you know, I feel like a lot of us don't have that in this world. And like I said, if I can be that for somebody, I would love to be. You know, that's why I say at the end of my videos, I love you and peace. Because I don't know, I just want to spread positivity and things. I didn't always used to be a positive person. I mean, shoot, sometimes I'm still not always a positive person, but it's more of things that I've gone through that have made me kind of that way. I don't want to say hardened me, but made me realize things about myself and realize, honestly, like how naive I was to certain things, and how, yes, I wasn't such a nice person, but the people that I cared about and that I loved, I did let walk all over me. And that's just, not everybody that I loved and I cared about did that to me, but there's just something about that, I guess, that leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And I've done some things that I'm not proud of. And I struggled with addiction. I've struggled with a lot of things in my life. And some things people don't even know about. But it's made me the mother I am today. It's made me the person I am today. And I don't regret the things that I've done. Do I wish I didn't do some of the things I did? Yes. But like I said, they made me the person that I am today. And I'm trying to like that person. Like, I've been through some crazy shit. So, like, I feel like it might take me a while, but I am trying. And that's the key, guys. Is just try. You know what I mean? All you have to do is try. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be amazing, wonderful, happy all the time. Just wake up every morning, wash your face, brush your teeth, put on some makeup, don't put on some makeup. Do whatever you want to do with yourself because you're you. And just try to make yourself happy. It's really hard. Like I said, I'm saying this right now because I'm, you know, kind of trying to remind myself to do the same thing. But also to keep in mind that I might not heal tomorrow. I might not heal next week. I might not heal a year from now. But I will eventually. And I just try to remind myself that a lot of the things that I feel are hopefully, I'm not going to say are hopefully temporary. And I won't deal with them for, you know, the rest of my life. I just hope that one day that the things that I have done or have been through, or, you know, just in general, I can use for positivity. And I don't know, maybe this is my way of doing that. And I can just help people. That's what I really just want to do. That's why I really wanted to start doing this. Is to just give a voice maybe to you that you know understands you and understands what you feel. see, I've been in an abusive relationship. I have been an addict. I have dropped out of school or college. I have failed a lot in life. But like Cardi B said, knock me down 9 times, but baby, I'll get up 10. And it's been hard. I'm not even gonna front. But I can stand here today and say that I did it. That I survived through every single hardship, every single terrible thing that's happened. I survived. Me. I did that. Yeah, I might have had people around me, but at the end of the day, I did it. You know, and that's what we as people have to realize is sometimes you need to just be able to depend on yourself. And that's not a bad thing. And some people try to make it out to be a bad thing, but it's not. It's not at all. You have to be able to depend on yourself to make yourself happy before you can ever make anybody else happy. And that's facts. Like, that's true. It really is. And it's hard. And I'm not saying you can't go through stuff and not be with somebody. No. But it's important to remember that in a relationship, because I tend to do this. In a relationship, your feelings still matter, and they don't need to get lost in maybe what the other person's dealing with, or just in your relationship in general. I see a lot of that happening. I see a lot of friendships going away because of relationships, and that makes me sad. But, you know, they're happy, and if they're happy, then, I don't know, I was about to take this tape off, but I need an eyebrow color. If they're happy, then let them, I guess, be them, you know? But it's hard sometimes when you see a friend making decisions that you wish they weren't, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you're like, okay, but is it my place to speak up on that? And I think as a friend, it is. It is your place to be like, hey, you know, I love you and I support you, but maybe this isn't the best choice for you. And I think that's a real friend. Because a friend will be like, oh yeah, you know, woohoo, whatever. But a real friend will sit back and be like, where did it even go? Oh, y'all, look. Oh my goodness gracious. Lord have mercy on my ever-living soul. Anyways, so I think that a real friend will be like, hey, you know, I don't think this is the best decision that you're making right now. You know, I want you to be happy and I want good things for you in this world, but I think you might want to just take it slower, you know? And that's okay. I would rather somebody step up and say that. Okay, let me put it this way. I would rather my friend be mad at me for saying something like that than to sit there and let them go on with this and probably and possibly make a terrible mistake. You know, no, I'm not saying go insert your life and your opinion in your friend's relationship. I am not saying that at all. But as a friend, you pick up on things and you learn things about your friend's relationship. And you can see things from a third person point of view. So, like, a lot of the times you might see things that they might not see. And it's not because they don't want to. Well, it might be because they don't want to. But a lot of the times it's because they don't really just know. You know what I mean? And your friend might be able to tell you things that otherwise you wouldn't even have thought about or realized. And I've seen friendships, you know, go away because of this. And I've seen friendships obviously go on pause, because a lot of the times they do. And that's the thing that's scary, is the fact of that you could possibly lose somebody that you love and you care about, but you could be saving them from making a huge mistake. And like I said, I would rather my friend be so mad at me than for me to sit back and let her or him make a decision that, you know, is going to be hard for them to take back one day, possibly. I don't know. I feel like your friend's happiness is something that a lot of people want to share in. Some people don't. And that's crooked. And that's dirty. And that's nasty. Don't be like that. Don't do that. Like, don't be jealous of your friend. Be happy for your friend. You know what I mean? Because one day you might not have them. They could be snatched up just like that. And a lot of the people, you know, take that for granted. And that's one thing I try not to do. I've had friendships fall apart and then gotten back in touch with them years later, you know, but I don't want to leave things in my past bad, you know? Like, if there's somebody that I fell out with that whenever I was 17 years old, and I just want to squash that beef in order to... Beef? Because of my lisp. That beef in order to be a healthy person and move on with my life and not hold any grudges, I think that's what we should do. Now, it doesn't mean that y'all have to hang out 24/7 and be besties all over again, but maybe talk, maybe clear the air, just get things off of your chest and work on you as a person and healing. Now, there are certain things in my life that are hard for me to forgive and move on from, just as they are a lot of people, but that's what I have to work on as a person, you know what I mean? And it's okay, sometimes it takes longer for some people to move on from a certain situation, especially if it hurt them the way I was hurt, like, because my hurt wasn't just emotional, it was physical, and something like that I feel like takes a long time to heal from. And you know, having a kid and not dealing with that relationship, because thank God I didn't have to deal with that while I was pregnant, but having a kid, and especially a daughter, even if I had a son I'd feel this way, but especially having a daughter, because I'm a woman, I never want her to feel the way that I felt by anybody. It doesn't matter, you know, what or who or what or whatever they are. It does not matter. Like, I would never want my child to feel the way that I felt at some moments in my life. And I don't think we can necessarily protect our child from everything, but I think we can prepare them for a lot of things. And now, I'm not going to go out blatantly and tell my child that I was in an abusive relationship before in my life, but there are things that I'll notice, hopefully, that maybe will be of use to that, if that ever was a situation. And God, I hope it ain't, because a person will be very, very sorry. Very, very sorry. But yeah, I don't know, I just feel like as a community and stuff, like I said, we need a little escape from all the craziness, and I think it'll be good to have a way to vent. And you guys, I'm an open book. Like, I will tell you about stupid decisions I made and how I was an idiot and ungrateful whenever I was a teenager. And I had amazing parents who gave me everything, and not a lot of people are lucky for that. And you know, I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, I'm so grateful and amazing life, but when it comes down to family wise, I did. None of my stuff was family, and I was grateful to have that, you know, like, but there are things that I put my family through. Like I said, you know, addict, and there are things that I put my family through that were, you know, that I can only imagine probably still affects them to this day. And I'm 24 years old, and it was probably something I did when I was 19, 18, 20, you know, along in there. But I feel like there are times when, yes, I know this might sound selfish, that I wish my parents could just get over it, but it's not my place to want them or to tell them to just get over it. You know, like, it's not, I don't have a right to do that to them. So, however long it takes and stuff like that, I'll be here. But I'm giving it up on these eyelashes, y'all. But I just hope that, you know, like I said, as a mom, I'll be able to help my daughter in life in ways that maybe I didn't help myself necessarily. And I just want to be the best human I can be, the best mother I can be, the best wife, the best daughter, sister, everything. You know, I want to be the best me that I can be. And that's going to take a while because of trauma that I've been through. But, you know, eventually I'm going to get there. And it's going to take some time. And sometimes I'm not going to sit here and be like all positivity, la la la. Because I'll admit, some days I'm just like, I cannot do this. Like, this is just too much. And it's not that I want to hide my emotions or I mean to. It's just, sometimes I literally just can't deal with the things that are going on in my head. And I need a moment. And I think that's completely normal. Especially as a new mom. And like I said, I think stuff like that is completely normal. And we should normalize not being okay. It's okay not to be okay. I think that's a song. Maybe. I think it is. I don't know. Anyways. But, you know, guys, sometimes you can't. Like, I was listening to this girl on TikTok. She did a makeup look. And, during the makeup look, she was playing an audio of Khloe Kardashian talking about, like, trauma and how, you know, we don't have a right to justify or not justifies other people's trauma, basically. Like, if somebody is dealing with something, you don't know, like, just because it wouldn't affect you the same way doesn't mean it's not going to affect them a completely different way. You know, just because you would be okay with something like that, a comment like that, actions like that, doesn't mean that they're going to be. And that everyone's feelings are justified, and we shouldn't make people feel small for how they feel. And I think a lot of people do that, especially sometimes. Oh my goodness, this stupid eyelash is sticking in my finger. Especially sometimes people do it unintentionally. And I think we have to work on that a little bit more. And I feel like we all should. I'm not saying everybody does it, but I think it would benefit us to listen to people more. You know what I mean? To understand more where people are coming from instead of trying to just get defensive or deflect emotions or, you know, something like that. That's just, I don't know, that's just how I feel about it. But like I said, I really agreed with what she was saying, and I think that we should be able to talk about how we feel and not be scared that somebody's going to judge us or somebody's going to think we're crazy or that it's seasonal depression or seasonal anxiety. I don't think that me personally, I'm not saying that if you believe that, you're wrong. But me personally, I don't believe depression is seasonal. Like, I feel like it just, you have bursts of feeling okay, and then sometimes things just hit you. And I don't think depression fully goes away. I think we just get better at dealing with it, in my personal opinion. I know that sometimes, like I said earlier, some days are worse than others, and it's hard to get out of bed sometimes. And it's okay if it's hard for you to get out of bed. But the point of that statement is to get out of bed. You know, do simple little things like that. Just try, even when it's hard, and I know it is, trust me, I do. I know firsthand. Even when it's hard, just try a little bit. You ain't gotta do massive things. You know, go out for a jog, go to Walmart, go in public, associate with people, get up. Like I said, brush your teeth, wash your face, do your little morning routine, eat some breakfast if you want to. If you don't, that's okay. And just try. All you can do is try, babies. That's all you can do. And if you're doing that, good job. Seriously, good job. Because it's hard as hell sometimes. And people don't understand. And that's okay. We can't force them to at all. But I do think it's important for people, especially if they have a family member or somebody going through depression or something like that. I feel like it's important for them to try to understand, because it's a scary, scary situation to deal with alone. And I hope that, like I said, by making these videos, I can help people feel safe and not worried about being judged or being, made fun of, because I don't want any of that here. I just want to be good for people. You know what I mean? Like, I want to bring happiness on this platform and not drama and sadness and all of that. I mean, I am going to talk about my life, so there obviously will be a little bit of drama because it's somebody's life, but that's not what I want this to be about. You know what I mean? I want this to be a safe place where you can come and you can listen. You can pull out your makeup and do it with somebody so you don't have to do it alone. Or you can not pull out your makeup. You can pick out a snack. Pick out your favorite activity and just pop me on. And know that you're not alone, and that you have a friend, and that you have somebody that does love you in this world, even if they don't know you. And I hope that people realize that it's okay eventually not to be okay. I know sometimes it takes a while. Shoot, like I said, it took me a while to realize that. But it is. And this life and this world can be beautiful if we work together and do it together. And I hope that it does, and I hope that, we will. But yeah. I know I'm just rambling a lot, y'all. I'm sorry. I got a mouth on me. Oh, speaking of having a mouth on me, I was thinking about earlier, like, stuff to talk about. I used to play softball, and I played travel ball. And if you don't know what travel ball is, it's basically where you play softball and you travel. And we compete with other teams from, like, different states or different counties within our state, And I used to be able to throw a ball now, but my sister, Oh my goodness, my sister had a cannon on her. Like, she was so good at softball. Softball was more my thing. We both played whenever we were younger. My dad was a coach for a lot of our teams and stuff, or like assistant coach, and he just helped out a lot, and he was always there cheering for us, and my mom was too. And when she wasn't like working or something, or when my dad wasn't working, he was there. But my sister went more into like tennis, and she was so good at tennis. My sister is very, very smart. But you know, like, I loved playing softball, and I was thinking about it the other day, like, you know, I wonder, like, if my daughter is gonna want to play sports, and like, if she does, what sports is she gonna want to play? Is she gonna be into music? Is she gonna be able to, you know, just, I wonder just where her beautiful little life is gonna go. I wonder who she's gonna be. I don't want her to grow up, obviously, because I want to be able to spend all the time with her in the world that I can. But I wonder where her journey in life is going to take her. I hope it's beautiful. I'm going to pray it's beautiful. You know, I hope it is. And I can't wait to, like I said, I was just thinking about that type of thing. Like, I wonder what she's going to do with her life. Like, I just wonder. But yeah. Let me know if you guys ever, you know, played any sports or anything like that. Like I said, I love playing softball. I also played volleyball. Yep, did that for a little while. Loved it. But like I said, I loved softball more than anything. I was a pitcher and outfield, center field. I loved it a lot. I was so, like, so there was this one time we were playing, I can't remember exactly who we were playing, but we were playing in this place called Kinston, and we were, you know, obviously doing a softball tournament, and I was in the outfield in center field, and this girl had came up to bat, and, you know, the pitcher for our team pitched the ball. I'm out there in center field, and the ball is coming. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And everybody's like, Anna, catch it, your glove, put out your glove, da 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 da. And literally, my glove was probably like that high off of the ground. And I just did catch the ball. I was really known for doing like almost like acrobatics in the outfield. I don't know why, but I just found it fun to just kind of wait, like, I guess build up the anticipation of people. Kind of wait until the last minute and make people think, like, oh my gosh, she's not going to catch it, she's not going to catch it. Ah, she caught it. That was just so fun and so satisfying to me. I don't know why, but it just was. But, yeah, I was just thinking about that, like, little random things I did when I was younger. I'm really liking this purple, y'all. It's really pretty. My face looks rough. So I had a breakout. I don't know what it was. I had a reaction. I think it was to this face wash that I got from Walmart a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I think it was like a couple weeks ago. I used it, and it had similar like ingredients in it from a face wash that I used before. So, you know, like, I had like confidence in it. I thought everything was going to be Gucci, but I had a wicked bad breakout, and I had to put like A&D all over my face last night. I mean, my whole entire face. I'm so lucky that the A&D, like, I guess, fast acted and was able to get all of it off my face. I mean, y'all, it was like all over here. It was all down here, down here. I mean, it was everywhere. It was bad. It was so, so bad. I was so sad. I was like, no. Because I wanted to do this video tonight. But, you know, thank God. Thank the Lords. Reminds me of Medea. I used to love her when I, like, was growing up. Like, Tyler Perry. Like, his movies are so funny. Like, I love it so much. And he's also got some really good movies. Like, I love watching stuff like shows. I'm one of those people that will watch the same show, Vampire Diaries, aka 752 times in a row and never get tired of it. Also, I'm that way with Pretty Little Liars and a lot of just like cartoon, like this show called Big Mouth that's on Netflix. Like, I'm a very, like, I like change, but I like familiar characters and shows and stuff like that. I don't know why. I saw this thing on TikTok. I don't know if they were joking or if it was serious, that was like a mental thing, like a subconscious kind of mental thing. You know, not like a mental disorder, that's not what I'm trying to say. But like just one of those like little subconscious things that people do that don't realize that they do kind of thing. But, and I was just like, what? Other people do this as well? Well, obviously other people do it because I see comments and stuff like that. But I'm just like, oh, okay. I thought it was just normal. I thought it was just a thing people did because they liked the show. But, I don't know. Maybe they were just saying that. I have no idea, so I'm not going to, say that's facts or not. But, I don't know. I love the Vampire Diaries and the originals and legacies. Chef's kiss. Like, it's amazing. If you haven't watched them, do it. Highly recommend. You will be sucked in and you will never want to watch anything ever again. But also Orange is the New Black. Love that show. What else? My Strange Addictions. I love stuff like that because I'm weird. I just find it entertaining. I find reality stuff entertaining. A lot of influencers and stuff on YouTube, I find them very entertaining. I like drama, but I don't like drama in my life, if that makes any sense. Like, I like reading about all these other people's drama. I don't know why. I just find it entertaining. I won't insert myself. It's not my place, not my drama, not my life, not going to do it. But I just like knowing what's going on. You know? I'm one of those people. Like I said, I'm not one of those people that are going to start beef and all that crazy mess. No, I ain't got time for that. I have no interest in it. But I just like it because it's entertaining, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, I get it. It's people's lives and stuff like that. But, like, they're posting it publicly. They're making it for everybody to see and everybody to have an opinion on. So, if you don't want something known to the world, don't be open about it, honey. Don't be open about it. Oh, Pretty Little Liars. Oh, I'm going to tell you what. I was so devastated. No, devastated is not even the word. I mean, just distraught is the word I'm looking for. That they took Pretty Little Liars off of freaking Netflix. And now, one of like the only places that you can watch it is if you pay $14.99 a month for HBO Max. Really, bro? You're gonna do that to all of your Pretty Little Liars fans. And it's like, I feel like they did it because they know people will pay for it. Obviously, that's amazing marketing. But it's like, come on. Throw us a bone. Like, I've loved you since you were on TV. Like, come on. Be nice. But it's alright. It is alright. I watched it on HBO Max. I was just fussing about it. It was $14 and I watched it. Anyways, so I watched it and I love it just as much as I always have. If you don't know what Pretty Little Liars is, I'm sorry. You need to figure it out because it's beautiful. It's just an amazing show. It's so like intense and just like it's very satisfying to me. I don't know why, but it is. I just love it. I love the people. I love the show. I just love it. I love this makeup look. I did not love this makeup the other night, but wetting the brush seemed to help a lot, especially with fallout and everything else under the sun that was going completely wrong. It made me cry, but you know, that's besides the point. It was just like I said, it was like a really big deal for me because, and I'm not trying to say this in like a snobby way or anything like that, but like when you put makeup on, you put makeup on to feel pretty. And I didn't feel pretty at all. And, well, you don't put it on to feel pretty. But when you put it on, it typically is supposed to do that to make you feel pretty. Or to make you feel good or confident or just whatever. And it wasn't it. But it is tonight. Like I said, I really think that adding water to, or not adding water, but adding setting spray to my brushes really, 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 really helped me. Like, a lot. Like, it definitely helped. The things, they weren't blending right, and it was a mess, y'all. It was a mess. Made me so sad. But, I don't know, I think that, like I said, we can all use a little bit more kindness in this world, especially a lot of, people out there could definitely be more kind, and I feel like we all need to take a step back and realize what kind of things we're doing to other people, and how really sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Like, that's just a bunch of bullcrap, and people know that. And I've always felt that way, because words do hurt, especially when they come from somebody that you love and that you care about. They hurt a hell of a lot. And some people don't think about things before they speak. I know I didn't know the impact that the things I said had on people. It's not that I didn't care, it's just I said whatever was on my mind. And you can still say that, but you don't have to be mean about it, like, you can be nice about it. You can, you can. And sometimes you can't, and in that instance, walk away, baby. Walk away, honey, because you cannot beat a dead horse, and you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make them mothers drink, okay? So you can't do it. And you can tell somebody till you're blue in the face how you feel, and try to explain it to them, and they still won't understand it. A lot of the times it takes people time and their own time to understand things, and that just, oh, baby, I know it's bad. Baby, I know it's so bad that it does. But you also can't rush people to make a decision, or to feel the way that you feel about a situation. Like, just because somebody doesn't think the way that you do doesn't give you a right to crap on them. You know what I mean? Like, we have to be nice, and just, if anything in this world, kill them with kindness, baby. That's all you gotta do. Just be better. And I'm not saying that, like, just be better than them, like, in a rude way. Just be a better person than the person trying to bring you down. And that's all that you need to worry about, is at the end of the day, is if you can look yourself in the mirror and be happy with yourself and who you're becoming. And that's all that matters, y'all. Like, I'm so serious. Sometimes we can't control things that others do, even though we might want to really, really bad. We can't. We have to let people do things for themselves. And I know, you can help somebody in life, but when it comes down to it, they're going to do what they want to do. And you've got to give them that respect in order to do that. It doesn't mean you have to stay friends with them, or be their boyfriend or their girlfriend or whatever, but give them that space, baby. Go on with your life. Become the boss bee that you want to be. And just be better for yourself. Because honestly, at the end of the day, if you're happy with who you are as a person, that is all. I mean, baby, that is all that matters. Do not worry about what others think about you. I know it's so hard. I just got all of that in my mouth, but I don't even care. I know it's so hard, especially with the social media that we all have access to in the world that we have. You know, people are so judgmental, and there's kind of this standard set on social media for everybody, and you know, we kind of all get wrapped up in it. I mean, I'm guilty of it as well. Like, I do the same thing. Like I said, you know, I get wrapped up in all these influencers and stuff's drama. But sometimes you have to take a step back and you have to be like, all right, well, I don't need this. You know, I don't have to do this. And I think it's important that we realize that a lot of those standards are fake and not real, and can only be achieved with a blade. And I don't mean any shade by that. I don't care. You do what you want with your body. There's no shade to people who do that. But I think that we need to set an example for younger girls of reality and not a fantasy that has been created and has made a lot of people unhealthy. Like, I was watching some documentaries about this girl talking about how she used to idolize just being perfect, and that was a thing that she had to realize that was never actually really going to happen. And that's okay. It's okay not to be perfect. It's okay not to be okay. You, at the end of the day, when you're happy with yourself, that's all that matters. If you can sit down and love yourself and love your surroundings and your life and the life that you've created for yourself, that's all that matters at the end of the day. It's all that matters. But, yeah. So I hope this helps somebody out there, reaches you and tugs at your heart and your soul a little bit, so you know that you are not alone. And I'm right here. Anna's right here with you. If you need somebody, just reach out. I don't mind. I will be here for you when you feel like you don't have anybody, because I know how important that is to people. And yeah, I just hope that you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. It felt good to come on here and talk to you guys and just to let you know a little bit more about me and where I come from and some of the things that I've gone through. And I just, like I said, I hope this touches somebody and I can help and be of service for you guys. Check out my true crime and makeup videos as well. And yeah, just come join the fam. We have fun. But yeah, I love you guys. Stay kind and just know that you are worth it. You are beautiful. You are important to somebody. You are wanted. You are needed. And most importantly, again, you are beautiful. I love you, and peace.